Right, off I go. Just take my shoes off. What am I on about? What am I on about? I am not quite back to myself. So I'm alright. I'm not like I was at all. And I'm extremely fucking not female, feminine. I'm very feminine today. I keep looking like a girl. I think it's probably just the hair and the shape it is, and the fact that I keep doing that. And like the makeup, I suppose doesn't help. But like a lot of the time, I do just see my eyes. You know what I mean? As soon as I frown, you can totally see I'm a geezer. And I like that. I like that. I want the balance of everything, so I have pretty little eyes. But I do not describe myself as drag at all. But then fucking face apps come along at the right fucking time, innit? I'm addicted. I keep turning myself into loads of different girls, and like it makes a massive difference whether it does blonde or not for me. And so many of them, I want them to be blonde, and they're not. And it does like it's done a lot of different coloured hairs though, and it fuck me, does it trip me out? People say, God, that's weird. I actually fancy you. I'm like, I fancy me. That's even weirder because I can still see it's my face. And then what's even weirder is because there's so many fucking varieties of girl that you end up with because it just catches different bits of your face. I've been playing with that as well, trying to tilt my face into sort of little, these kinds of smiles. But when you get those in, it just says, I can't see a face. It needs to be quite rigid and see all of the, it has to have some symmetry for the thing to recognise it. So you can only play with it a little bit because otherwise I could look, well, actually the other thing it does is then it just thinks I'm a girl. Loads of times it's thought I'm a girl. Fuck off. Fucking bloke, you fucking wanker. You see how confused I am? Do you know what I mean? Life's about finding who you are, finding what you are, in amongst it all, as well. But like I've never, I really don't want to identify as like cross-gender or whatever. I'm mixed gender within me, whatever that is. I don't fucking know. But I know I am already sort of borderline fucking multiple personality disorder. I'm basically fucking, I'm a very high presentation of an undiagnosed learning difficulty. And learning includes all learning, including social, and social includes everything, your work, it includes your life. Not just your family or your girlfriend. It's your mates, it's your workmates, it's how you interact with everyone and how successful that is and what that leads to. And then a load of other toxic, poisonous fucking shit on top and a lot of wrong decisions and fucking all of that shit. And so then that's led to the emotionally unstable and the schizotypal with all of the fucking chaos. And then that was undiagnosed and I was still being convinced that I was normal by everyone. I was just going through what they were going through. I was telling them it's different. And so I think when you get diagnosed, there is a horrifically high feeling of wanting to go, nah, 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 in a way. Or just more like, can you just fucking believe me now? Because that's half the battle, is the amount of time I spend being interrogated about it and fucking analyse and asked to confirm why it's that and why can't I do it and all that sort of shit. And to explain it. Before anyone even tries to fucking help you, they just start to try to deny it. Start to deconstruct it right in front of you and start to throw questions at you without even realising that they're basically interrogating you. And they're nearly always going to be touching on something that's very deep-seated and often involves a lot of trauma, pain. Why do people do it then? I don't know. If you actually just take half a fucking step back and look, why do people do that? People they don't know. But I've had it done to me a lot, and I know a lot of people have. That's why they fucking stay away. You can't interact, so you try to explain why you can't interact as a way of giving them an opportunity, such as like when someone has a hearing aid or something. They're presenting to the world, I have a communication difficulty. Please allow for that. So you try and do that, and you get told you haven't forgiven them, or whatever. you're not using the right affirmation and all this sort of shit. Yeah, I've covered that in a lot of yesterday's trash. God, that was a torrent of whatever it was. But I do keep looking like a girl. I think I look quite girly at the moment. It must be the hair. And I did put it's not lipstick. It's what's it called? It's on here actually. It's lip balm, but it is a pink one. Just to give it that fucking like. It's almost like chav lipstick, you know, the pale one that chav girls wear. But you need to have full season, like big, thick black hair for that. Big hair. I don't know why it's suddenly come along. I've not been particularly productive, but I've not been particularly sad. I haven't needed to sit here making videos. It was nice to get out in the sun. I trained well. I was out there about an hour and a half. I chilled round at the barber's for a bit. Just sitting in the side of the shop, and he was over there. We were just chatting. And yeah, I was thinking earlier I'll get on the decks, but I don't know. I was just so shit the other night. It couldn't fucking nothing would seem to be working out, and it was just hard work, and it wasn't sounding good. And I'd started off playing a tune fucking way too quick, and then all the others were already quicker, so I was having to each mix. It's like fucking hell, that one's now slower. Everything was either like way too quick. Every tune that I liked that I thought sounded good, it was about 10 BPM difference, and they can sound a little bit Mickey Mouse sometimes. And I don't realise it when I'm playing because I'm just in the pace of it all. And when you listen to it back, it's like actually that tune is just being played way too fast, as you can tell. And so that was fucking me off. So then I got my guitar down yesterday. Actually, that's why I put these new claws on the other day. I didn't mention the amount of that blue and pink. And I picked up whatever the lighter was that had the blue and pink on it, not that one. And I realised that I was wearing the blue and pink trout. Everything was just blue and pink. And it was like in the nails and the light, and it was just all came together. But I had a little strum on my guitar for the first time, and it must be a month. I had to let my fingernails heal because it was smashed off. This one has got a split in it, and it had split, and it was weird. It was like a big flappy bit and like a crater. So I let it heal. So I think I'm going to get the guitar down in a bit and just maybe sing a little bit and play and see what happens. Yeah, it's another week, another fucking whatever. I don't have my support worker tomorrow. I'm seeing my favourite human. I messaged her today. So I will actually chat to her about, I didn't mention this, I was going to mention this in another vid and I never got around to it, about the reticular activating system, which is everyone's worst fucking enemy in a lot of ways. And it's basically that thing, a lot of people have heard of it when you think about self-sabotage. When your subconscious looks for ways to confirm that you're a bellend, if you think you're a bellend, and then sometimes it makes you act deliberately like a bellend. And they go, oh my God, I just promised you that I'd do that, and then I've gone and done it. Oh God, I'm such a calamity. And that drama. And I know that I was guilty of that in the past. Like I say, I've gone through all the therapy on that shit, and done all the work on that, and moved well away from all that. This stuff is like sort of related to it, but different. But yeah, I've digressed and forgotten. I've digressed and forgotten because I made a bitchy comment about something. Now look what I've done. Now look what I've gone and fucking done. What was I on about? Go. Fuck me, sideways. Reticular activating system. Bang, blimey. It looks for ways to prove that you're a bellend. You create your own dramas. Because it's actually there for a reason. It's there, it helps you when you're doing, I used to do an exercise. If you want to write a shopping list, if you write it down, if you go around and open all the cupboards and look, do I need salt? Do I need coffee? Do I need whatever? And think of it, And then if you do need it, write it down, because there's the bit that's looking at what you're writing, the bit that's thinking what to write, and the bit that's reading it back, and the bit that's thought of it and associated with it with where it goes, and hammered that shit into those bits and used all those bits of your brain. And then when you go shopping, put the list in your back pocket and then just walk around the shop. And you'll find that you just go, oh, fucking hell, there's a cornflakes, or da-da-da-da-da. That sort of shit. And that's what it does, is it actually subconsciously plans your route round the supermarket. That's what it's for. But it also, your subconscious gets a bit too big for its boots, and it starts to really need to know and claim what and who it is. That thing that we call an ego, that you all say is a character trait. It's not. It's a sense of who you are. That's what it means. I'm pretty sure it means I am. Ego means I am. But that's what it is. This consciousness that you are watching this video with now, that understands everything and has those thoughts that spring from it, whatever they are, and whatever else is going on, all that awareness and knowledge of everything, that's your ego, is involved in all of it. And that's what I nearly lost. And so then it just starts to you know, basically recycle and prove the things. That's what makes you attract more bullying, or attract more abuse, or you know, shitty treatment from people. Because your reticular activating system starts to take over, and then they get really fucking poisoned, and that's what mine is. Because then once it starts to get misinformation related to it, I think that's why mine is the same but a lot more complex. The same sort of shit that everyone goes through, but a lot more complex, and a lot more hard hitting, a lot more long lasting, a lot more after effects when it happens, all of that sort of shit. By God, I am not able to describe any of the difference to the general personage who just goes, oh, it's just that. And it's phenomenally infuriating. And I know that if that changed, mental health wouldn't be so much of a problem. That's why it's fucking key. That's why it's fundamental. It's fundamental to the mental health awareness. It really is. So, like, it is one of the 5 core principles. I don't even know if there's 5. It really is. If you didn't have to fucking... Look at what I've done. I started the video by saying this. And I've managed to fucking end on the same point and wrapped it up in a neat little package. But yeah, if you didn't have to spend so much time explaining it, if you could just say what it was without then being interrogated, or so what's that mean then? And then when you started saying what it means, oh no, that's just this. You get interrupted and told what it actually is. That's infuriating for any human being when they're trying to explain something, to have someone get it wrong, stop them, and tell them that it's something else. Add to that the fact that they're schizotypal, and when they misinterpret things, people start saying that didn't happen, they panic like fuck. So when they know something did happen and people start telling them that it didn't happen, they kick the fuck off. And that leads to a lot of my problems. That's a lot of my isolation that I can't help. That's a lot of situations that I get imprisoned by that just fucking happen. Because of that sort of shit. Just by trying to say what's going on. Which was why I was relieved that day, actually, when that one girl, I still don't think she liked me. I saw those 2 girls again, and they were sort of like, hi, as they sort of ducked by. But when she didn't know what schizotypal was, and I explained a bit of going schizoid, and she just went, that must be exhausting. It was lovely, because she just instantly tuned into it and thought, oh my God, doing that often. Because again, that's the same point. It's not the fact that it happens, it's the intensity, it's the duration, it's the massiveness of it, the urgency of it, the response within you without thinking, you know, without having time to go, hang on, this is a symptom happening, or whatever. It just happens, you're like panicking, and then you don't realise till afterward, all that sort of shit. And it is exhausting. But anyway, that was a lovely way to wrap it up. I don't know why I'm thinking that I need to carry on with anything, because I said I was going to wrap it up. So let's wrap it up. Or, indeed, waste a few more seconds talking about the fact that I'm supposed to be wrapping it up, but I'm not wrapping it up. But as you can see, I am getting closer and closer, and my finger is extending towards the button, and soon it shall perish.